Yeah. Real team. Dynamite. Alright. Let's go. Another day I'm alive, gotta succeed, gotta grind, gotta guide. Walk on my mind, make the best of my time. See some things on a beat that some folk want rewind. In the music I find worlds to express, angels rest in these instrument. Messages sent and received and them relevance. The vessel deliver, expand your intelligence. Embrace the journey, let it teach you to guide. Best to be humble before you can stride. Those who I know share the warmth for my joy as I pray every day for our futures to bright. So we do the work, and though it gives me joy, sometimes my muscles hurt. And I long for understanding in a woman's touch. And payment, trust in others feel so dangerous. Am I really high? Is it better when I'm open? Tell me bona fide. When I'm feeling in the air, are you down to ride? When you feel it deep inside, are you scared to cry? Is it really truth? Can I open up my heart? Can I share with you? If it's yes, may it always stay with you. Every night, every day, be the beautiful. The truth is you are special. I hold you in my arms, alleviate your issues, and always bring you calm. Your tears will find my tissue. I'll help you carry on. We must complete the mission. The sun will rise at dawn. Yeah, the truth is you are special. I hold you in my arms, alleviate your issues, and always bring you calm. Your tears will find my tissue. I'll help you carry on. We must complete the mission. The sun will rise at dawn. Destined to grow, I receive that. Blossom it natural, we need that. Oxygen, oh yeah, we breathe that. The sound of the leaves, sweet breezes. Destined to grow, I receive that. Blossom it natural, we need that. Oxygen, oh yeah.
Peace and greetings. This is WHCR 90.3 FM. You're listening to PJ's show with your host, Pojanee PJ Fleury. That was the track At Dawn off of Medicine in the Music Volume 1 by Butter Conscious. Yes, that is my song right there, especially early in the morning. I want to thank everyone for the continued support. I know I have a lot of people starting to listen to this new show, new to the WHCR family. I'm so excited to be a part of this amazing platform. Today we have an amazing show. We have on today Mark David Carter of Natural Hair Fest New York edition, which will be taking place November 26th in Brooklyn. We'll also be listening to music from Butter Conscious, his latest album, Medicine in the Music Volume 1. It's an amazing sound, bringing something, really fresh to the game, and I really love his music, so I hope that you love it as well, and you will follow him and give him some support and love, the same support and love that this show has been getting, which has been amazing. I really want to thank everyone that has been tuning in, that has been listening to the replay on the YouTube channel. It is so, so appreciated. So again, today we'll be speaking to Mark David Carter, and his event, Natural Hair Fest, has been touring the country all year long, finally hitting New York with the Tour Natural Grand Finale. Welcome to the show, Mark.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I am so great. It is wonderful to have you on. I'm just really diving in deep with what Natural Hair Fest is doing. I've been following for a few years actually what you've been doing with this show, and just bringing it around the country really, and promoting natural hair. I want to thank you for what you've been doing for the natural hair movement.
Much appreciation. Thank you as well. This is something that I'm very passionate about, natural hair and natural beauty. And so it's a lot of work that has to be done. And it's an extension of what the pioneers have made such significant sacrifices for us to be able to really spearhead this movement to the extent that it's now taking a stronghold on our communities.
Yes, absolutely. And I actually thought I would never see the day, honestly. I started my lots back in 2002. Yes, it was 2002. And I remember people saying things like, aren't you afraid you won't get a job? You know, things like that, little things that will make you question yourself. But I really loved lots. I really loved being natural. And honestly, today I'm so happy, not only because of the beauty in it, but also the health benefits, because we all know that there is a big lawsuit against the makers of the perms and weaves and stuff like that, because it has been shown that those products cause women to develop cancer and develop fibroids, all type of ailments. And I look back, and some of those people that were saying, "Oh, are you sure? Or do you want to do that?" They're actually natural now.
Well, TJ, that is true that right now they have the large class action lawsuit going on. And money is the root of all evil. Whenever you put some money behind something, people think they're going to get a large payment. What winds up happening is they go in. And so there are a few sides to the story. One side is we need transparency with the research that is being done as it relates to the chemicals that actually are being said to cause cancer, autoimmune diseases, as well as uterine fibroid tumors. And then, in addition to that, we have another viewpoint, which is the cosmetology side, that believes that the information now that is being circulated about the class action lawsuit, that it's a form of propaganda. So, I never thought of it that way. Like, wait a minute, somebody could be propagandizing this issue, and that's why I'm saying that there needs to be more transparency as it relates to the actual research that's being done. And so they say that the CDC or the CDC as well as the other organizations, that they are spearheading this campaign to potentially ban all use of relaxers that contain the ingredient formaldehyde.
Mm-hmm. That is so interesting. I think you're right. I would agree with that. We should always be doing our research. I have spoken a number of times about Proposition 65 that came out of California. Some people might have seen these warning labels on certain things that would say warning to Californian residents, right? Which is ridiculous, because why would something just be a warning for those who live in California, right? But Californians are very progressive. They have been, this has been known historically in America, the most liberal state and all of that. They were very forward thinking and saying with Proposition 65 that they want to know if there is something in a product that is harmful. They want to know if something in the product causes cancer, and there should be a warning on it. Now, most people would say they would see warning Californian residents and not even read any further. But I did one day, and I wanted to find out what this was about. And Proposition 65, you can look it up right now, created a database and a website, and it lists every single chemical and what it has been known to do to humans after exposure. So whether that's developmental issues when you're having a baby, if a woman is using this product while she's pregnant, or someone next to her, close to her, is using it, this can cause developmental birth defects, these type of things. What chemicals cause cancer? Because they know.
Yes.
No, they made them. They made the chemicals, so they know exactly what it does. Now, they used to have a part of this database where these chemicals were being used, what products these chemicals were being used, but I noticed in recent years that's not part of the database anymore, so you have to do more research and look up these individual chemicals and see where, like, what products are being used in order to reverse. When you buy something, you just look it up right there and see what the chemical compound is and what it has been known to do to humans. All of this information is available. So you're right, and we should be protecting ourselves because these chemicals are not only in relaxer and things like that. So it makes you wonder why they're going after relaxers. So I agree with you, and we really just have to be educated.
So, right now, I'm just telling you, like I said, money can be the central root of all evil. And, once people start seeing an opportunity to get a large sum of money, and then with the reality of so many of the procedures that have been taking place in our community, for whatever the reasons are that women have been coming up with uterine fibroid tumors and different forms of cancer, and also the appearance of autoimmune diseases, whatever those practices may be, we need to get down to the root cause of them so that there can be some preventive measures in place. And that's why many people can see the big picture when it comes to natural hair care and natural beauty. And so one of the things I was going to say also is that as with cigarettes, we know cigarettes, the research has been done on cigarettes to be known to cause cancer, but people still smoke cigarettes, and they even buy the little squares. But the Surgeon General had them place these notifications on the side of the packaging that states that the tobacco causes cancer. And so it's like a warning from the Surgeon General, which states that if you use this, you know that it causes cancer, and if you get cancer, you won't be able to sue anybody for any money. So that's the hope of what we believe will manifest from the overall research that is being done about chemical relaxers and other chemicals that may be contributing factors to cancer, uterine fibroid tumors, and autoimmune diseases. That maybe they will make the manufacturers of these products put a warning on it.
But just like you brought up cigarettes, right?
Yeah.
Just because there's a warning on the label doesn't mean that people are not going, use it or it's going to reduce it. I think that there's just been a shift in what is seen as beautiful, especially for Black women. And so I think just a natural shift is going to happen. But even with demonizing, really, right? The relaxers, there will still be some people that will use it. And just for the record, white women do relax their hair as well. It does the opposite for their hair. It makes their hair curly while it would make our curly hair straight. So,
well, that is the thioglycolate pearl product that they call perm. Caucasian women actually perm their hair, and when we perm our hair, it actually is supposed to also produce a curl pattern. That's why when Pearl was out, the chemical that was being used at that time, it smelled different from the relaxers, which are normally buffered with shea butter. Yeah. So, there's a lot of stuff going on, and that brings us to the theme of the upcoming event on Sunday, November 26th, Thanksgiving weekend, Natural Hair Fest New York, which is Pivot in Our Passion. Pivot in Our Passion. Yeah, because it's a major shift that's about to take place. And I believe that the reason that shift is taking place is because of the legislation that is now being considered by many states, but accepted in a large number of states, which is the Crown Act law, which prevents discrimination against the way anyone wears their hair. And so what that means is that, for naturals, the consideration was trying to get some protection as it relates to working in corporate America and having human resources department call you in because of your hairstyle and make you change your hairstyle for your work environment. And so now we do have a Crown Act law in place, but one of the things about that law is that it's designed to protect everyone, whether you're relaxed, natural, color treated, chemically based, what have you. And that's where the pivot is really taking place, and I call that pivot the multicultural hair movement. Yeah.
I like. And so where did you get started? How did you get into just hair in general?
Oh, my goodness, PJ. Okay, so first I went to Howard University, and while I was at Howard, I went to a fashion show. And at the fashion show, there was a lady that was like, she ran a beauty school in downtown D.C. called Scanners International. And she asked me to be a vendor. At that time, I sold African art and international crafts. And she asked me to be a vendor. I also had jewelry, too. And I said, sure. And I paid her for the vendor fee and everything. And I went to the school, set up and everything, and got ready for the show. The show was, it was very small, and it was no more than maybe 8 people that were attending. But when I tell you those students did a show, they did a show, and I got hit with a curveball. And I found, I fell in love with beauty culture at that time. And so ever since, I started by doing my first fashion show at the Howard Inn. They had a cafe called Georgia Cafe, so I held the fashion show there. And then when I came back to Chicago, a friend of mine was modeling at the DeSable Museum of African American History. And I said, while I was sitting there in the audience, I could do this. And so I did my first fashion show in 1996, Thanksgiving weekend. And it was called ICE, Style and Elegance Below 0 Degrees Fahrenheit.
Nice.
And so I did fashion shows for like 10, 12 years, and then after that, I returned back to D.C., and while I was in D.C., when we talk about pivoting in our passions, I started a newspaper called Metro Salon Pro. And when I started Metro Salon Pro, remember, D.C. is where I actually identified my passion. And there's a reason for that, because people in the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area, we call it the DMV, they treat beauty culture different than like Chicago. And I believe it's because they're close to New York. I believe it's because they're only 4 hours away from New York. And that they're kind of like a government city, you know, a government-oriented city. And so you got really high-profile individuals that when it comes to beauty culture, it needs to be on point. It's like if you are doing the first lady's hair, that her hair needs to be on point, you know? So yeah, when I went back, there's a real unity in the beauty community in D.C., Maryland, Virginia. And I just really appreciated being a part of that. And then one time, I was in Chicago trying to get the paper circulated in Chicago as well. And on the way back, I had a car accident.
Oh, wow.
Because the person said they would advertise with me, and instead of advertising with me, they left me hanging. And so what wound up happening is after that car accident, it was a paradigm shift. It was kind of like the car pointed in the opposite direction back to Chicago. And when it pointed back to Chicago, one of the things that I had been doing in D.C. was showcasing natural hair on the cover of Metro Toronto newspaper. And the cosmetologists were like, we don't do that. They were frowning up at the face. So it's like they dropped me like a fly, because cosmetologists, even though you have some who have the technique and skill to be able to do all hair types, you do have some people who strictly stick to what they specialize in. And if that's relaxing hair or straightening hair or short cuts, this is what they do. This is what is their practice. This is what they're known for. And so they specialize in what they do. And so that's when I initially became aware of the politics in hair. That, you know, the cosmetology side might not embrace the natural side in the same way that the natural side embraces the natural side. And the same for the cosmetology side. The natural side may not embrace cosmetology in the same way, you know. And so, that's why when we were talking earlier about what's going on with the class action lawsuit as it relates to chemical relaxers and ingredients that cause cancers, uterine fibroid tumors, and also autoimmune diseases, we get to a point where we have to really understand that those things impact people's lives, and there's a consciousness that comes with, like, are you really conscious? Are you really thinking about the fact that, you know this is happening and it's a possibility, but you're still going to put it on that baby's head? What's the deal? So that's why I was saying, like, if the natural side of the business has for long been calling relaxer creamy crack. and it's even gone to the extent where the effects of using relaxers on people's heads and skin and scalp that is almost like a mutilation. And I don't know if you're familiar with, like rites of passage in some African countries where females are, mutilated. Well, this use of relaxer, because it takes place normally at age 16, that mothers make the decision that their young teenagers can get relaxers because they're becoming adults. And, of course, they're also getting ready to enter into the workplace.
Yeah.
And so, they permit young ladies to get relaxers at age 16. And when we think about the potential of down the line developing cancer, down the line developing uterine fibroid tumors, down the line developing autoimmune diseases, you can see how damaging the first application can be. And so the people on the relaxer side, all they want to do is make the money. Because to be honest with you, the money on the relaxer side of the business, I could get an advertisement for my newspaper from a relaxer company easily. It's not as easy to get support from the natural hair care product companies. And I don't,
I experienced the same. Yeah.
Yeah, but on the relaxer side, they will give you money to put that relaxer in your publication. They will give you money to talk about that relaxer on your program. They will give you the money. And the beauty industry that uses that product, they'll welcome you in. Hey, come on in. You know what I mean? And so, this has been the experience that I've had. But at the same time, I'm also recognizing that because of the money in it, that the fact that this research is being done, that it's going to put, and that's why the man was calling it propaganda. It's going to put a lot of people out of business.
Right.
Yeah, because already the industry is feeling the impact of the fact that these lawsuits are taking place right now. Cosmetologists are having to confront with customers who are saying, I want to go natural, or I don't want to have my hair relaxed anymore, because of the fact that they have seen class action lawsuits. It becomes a dialogue. It becomes something that they have to talk about. When you go in to get your salon services and you start thinking like, wait, how much of that is you going to put? And so, when this gentleman was talking about the propaganda, he was also saying that you should go to a professional and that a professional would have the ability to apply the relaxant and stuff like that. So I'm a little leery about a man talking about, relaxer application to female heads, and then also talking about propaganda as it relates to issues or concerns, health concerns of women. and when I say that, I'm just saying, like, from the relaxer side of it, I don't think he fully understood how to represent the divine feminine side of the issue. Like, would he put relaxer on his daughter? Would he trust the relaxer that much that he would put it on his baby's head? So this is, where we're at, and this is the main discussion on the salon level and in the beauty industry at large.
Right. and it seems like they need a little bit of medicine. So that's the track that we're going to get into right now, because it's about a retraining. It's about unlocking what's, inside of us. There's been some things that have been lying dormant, and with the right medicine, there's so much that can be realized, so much potential can be realized. So we're going to get into this track by Butter Conscience. It is called Medicine, off of the album Medicine in the Music, Volume 1.
Check this, hey. Free the juvenile, bring the happy smile. He just wanna live and protect his inner child. Life done beat him senseless, he can't comprehend this. Why his father never had his back, now he feel friendless. Never really think about being no apprentice, no carpenter, plumber. That money coulda ping him. Rather get it fast, drug slinging. Bring him money by the duffel, birds singing. Mama, we ain't broke no more. Was poor. She ain't even know why he want more. Get hungry, no more tuna and corned beef is lobster. No, let go, get right from wrong. Moral code start morphing. Come with the job, is a work thing. Inside's hurting for certain. Merchant, give me another, think it's time to fly. Light up the stars as a lullaby. We deserve healing too. Here we got feelings too. Trauma get real and true. Need some proof when you're feeling blue. We deserve freedom too. Medicine breathing room. Ones who believe in you. Need this truth, yo, we need this proof. Free up the vigilante, they return to shanty. Really love our people, really wanting freedom or nothing. After some factual discussion, they decided someone got to do something. How many men beaten? How many women? We can't trust police, we ain't got no kids. We go form a faction, we go make it great. Black informants, that we are saying. Build up your mind, build up your body, build your brother up. Love your sister, smile when your women level up. Our community lit, and it growing. Straight up black transformation, it open. We deserve healing too. Here we got feelings too. Trauma get real and true. Need some proof when you're feeling blue. We deserve freedom too. Medicine breathing room. Ones who believe in you. Need this truth, yo, we need this proof.
Welcome back. That was Medicine by Butter Conscience, off of his album Medicine in the Music, Volume 1, that you can find on all streaming platforms. We were talking about the Natural Hair Fest, New York, that's taking place November 26th. And it's an all-day event. There's going to be the Natural Hair Fest in the morning, and then the Afro International Fashion Show in the evening, starting at 6 p.m. So a whole day focused on our culture, focused on natural beauty, and getting the right medicine, mind, body, and soul. Even in our ears, what we're listening to is so important to have a holistic lifestyle based on positivity and health, and it's something that's being brought now more to the forefront. And because of people like our guest here today, who runs the Natural Hair Fest, Mark David Carter, based on work of his and many others, there has been an amazing movement across many cultures, and natural health is being more and more recognized as the right way to go. And so we thank you again, Mark, for coming on and talking about your work and the medicine that we need. So please tell us all about the day, November 26th, the location, how people can get tickets, all of that great stuff.
Yeah, PJ, on Sunday, November 26th at the Sheraton, Brooklyn, we are going to host Natural Hair Fest, New York City. And it's going to take place at 228 Duffield Street in downtown Brooklyn on the lower level in the Metrotech Ballroom. And what's going to happen is we're going to have classes on natural hair care, discussions as it relates to natural hair care as well. In addition to that, we're also going to have a holiday gift expo. This is one of the greatest features of the event because it's Thanksgiving weekend. Everybody's ate all the turkey and stuff, and we're saying just come on around the corner or across Manhattan over to Brooklyn to celebrate and summit on natural hair and beauty at the Sheraton Downtown Brooklyn Hotel. Yes. And in addition to that, we have fashion designers that we're going to feature in the Afro INTL fashion show. And we have a tremendous lineup of performers and entertainers that are going to participate in our spoken word open mic entertainment showcase. And so it will be a day of festivities. It's my way through natural hair of saying, come back to natural, you know, and it's for everybody, PJ. We want people who have relaxed hair. We want people who have color-treated hair. We want our naturalistas in the house, our curly girls in the house. We want our fros. We want our locks and our braids. And we're just celebrating natural hair and beauty together. This is an ultimate networking opportunity for the beauty industry at large. And I'm just so grateful to be able to host this event Thanksgiving weekend in New York City.
Yes, and I'm so honored to be a part of it as well. At 11 a.m., I'll be having my presentation, my class workshop, and it's entitled The Beauty of Natural and Spiritual Lifestyle Choices. And the reason why, this kind of long title is I'm coming from two different spaces. I'm coming from the natural space. I'm coming from the spiritual space, and the space of understanding that it has to be a whole lifestyle. I told my story when I started my marketing for my presentation, and I thought it was important to do that because my story really is a transformation testimony, right?
Oh, yes, yes.
When you are so grateful, because I know what it feels like to be sick for many years. This is, going back to my teenage years. And it's so funny. A lot of healers, a lot of people that do natural, especially natural-based healing work, they have oftentimes been sick themselves. Even Queen of Four was a sick child, a sick teenager. And when we discover how changing our lifestyle to promote health, to give our body what we need, that's when we have such an appreciation for the natural world, for the spiritual world. And we want to give thanks that we came here on this plane, on this planet, and it has everything that we need naturally. No one had to go into the lab to make it, right? The aloe is there. It kills everything, literally. Like no man-made or natural-born parasite or microfungus, virus, bacteria, whatever it is.
PJ, you're getting deep over there.
I'm just so amazed. I was really amazed. I'm like, wow, what a weapon we have.
Well, PJ, what I really want to say is that our community actually being out of our own setting and being in a society that does not embrace us to the fullest extent and our contributions, we're still traumatized by, slavery. We're still having what I call post-traumatic slavery disorder. And this is a illness, a sickness that has not been treated, has not been diagnosed, and in addition to that, people have not been provided solutions on how they can actually overcome these concerns. When we talk about black on black crime, and when we talk about how our communities, oftentimes we're victimized in our own neighborhoods, we have to find a solution. We have to find a way. And so what I've identified is that learning something like how to love your own hair, how to love your hair texture, because a lot of people that straighten their hair and had gotten their hair straightened at 16 have been relaxed for 10 years and 15 years, so forth and so on, and had never seen their own curl pattern. They can't remember from childhood what their hair looked like because they had been so into the regimen of relaxing the hair. And so making the decision to do the big chop or to transition into natural hair or to, wear locks and have a permanent style like locks, this has taught people how to love and nurture their own hair, something that people might have used as a derogatory way of describing us, like your nappy hair. Your head is nappy. I know you're not. Look at how thick your hair is. Some of these words could be like daggers. And so we did have to go through a therapy and get to a point where we learned to love our own hair, and that's the work that the pioneers did. They showed us it could be done. Absolutely. They showed us that you could be black and proud and wear your fro. And so what happens is that I find that when people learn to embrace their natural hair and their natural beauty, that it becomes a self-love dynamic. They learn to love themselves. And that helps us overcome, that's the solution, helping us overcome the self-hatred, which is a byproduct of the post-traumatic slavery disorder. It's a direct byproduct of the transatlantic experience. Okay? And then when you learn to love yourself, it spreads. It's contagious. And so you find like one person might decide to go natural, and then everybody witnesses the self-love that they have and how they've grown into this dynamic, this natural beauty. And it's kind of like, I know a lady, she had 5 sisters, and when she went natural, they all talked about her. But, next thing you know, all 5 of her sisters went natural too.
Yeah, I think it was something that was overdue. Obviously, you mentioned in the 70s the culture, and then it got away.
Yeah. Well, what it was is that we have to remember, because I know I have worked with a relaxer company before, ASAM Concepts, the makers of Vital and Vital Pro, And they also had hair products that also had natural ingredients. That's why I know that shea butter can be used to buffer, relaxer, and separate it where it doesn't have an extreme effect. And then they also use natural ingredients in some of their maintenance items. You know, like a little bit of jojoba oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, so forth and so on. And working with those companies, it gave me the experience of being a brand manager and also potential product developer as well. And so, you know, I've seen both sides of the industry. But like you said, back in the 70s, Lisa Ray was in the generation of models that surfaced before me. And so Lisa Ray, around that time, basically that was when a lot of money was being spent in the hair industry. She was on like maybe 6 or 7 posters for 6 or 7 different companies. She was on Soft Sheen's posters. She was on Vital's posters. She was on Durham, the maker of Leisure Curl, Durham products. She was on their posters, and they paid a lot of money. So that's why Lisa Ray, to me, is a star today, because she had the face recognition. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention I'm the original do-rag man. I was on the do-rag package, and when I tell people that, people say, "Oh, I remember you! I remember you!"
That is cool.
That was before they started putting the guys that look buff on the packaging.
You know, I want to mention, I think that we would be remiss if we didn't point out for anyone that doesn't know that we're talking about natural hair, we're talking about hair, and we're talking about it in the context of the social realm, the workplace culture and environment, and, you know, in society in general, and what that means, right? Because at the time in 2002, when I went natural and I started growing my locks, I didn't understand that was revolutionary, right?
Oh, it was. You were going against the grain.
Right? And I just really liked it. I liked how it looked. I liked the people that wore locks. I liked their vibe, and I wanted to have that. You know, thank God for people who wear locks that are spiritual, that are.
And you want me to tell you something too? The other thing about our hair and our experience within the natural hair movement, oftentimes it's not people of other ethnicities that have challenges with our hair. It's people within our own community that, gives us the challenge. They're the ones that tell us at work, like, Miss Rosie ain't gonna want you to have your hair like that up in here. Who told you to wear your hair like that? I call it intracultural racism. And, always the different comparisons of, hair type, hair texture, hair curl pattern, so forth and so on. And so that was one of the biggest things that I really noticed, because I worked in corporate America with locks. And at the time, I didn't have any problems. And most of my customer base is international. When I tell you I'm international, I'm international.
Mm-hmm.
And I can dialogue with people of diverse backgrounds, so forth and so on, without a problem. Mm-hmm. But we're also speaking about it also in the context of the event coming up, Natural Hair Fest. PJ, you should tell them about the link that you have that you can either, email them or text them so that possibly they could get tickets to the event.
Oh, good.
That would be the best thing to do, so that we know that, they were referred to us by PJ.
Okay, thank you so much. So those tickets you can purchase on my website. You can go to PojaneeFleury.com. The link will be there for you to purchase for the all day, for the general admission during the day, and also for the evening event. If you want to vend, you can also reach out to me through my contact form on the website. So PojaneeFleury.com again, and that's PojaneeFleury.com. And you can reach out to me on social media at Brown Eyes PJ. Don't forget it's with a Z and not an S. Brown Eyes PJ. And also, Mark, if people wanted to follow you or follow Natural Hair Fest,
we're on Instagram at Natural Hair Festival. And in addition to that, our website is naturalhairfest.com.
Okay, wonderful. And so in the evening, you said there is an open mic and everything. If people wanted to sign up for that?
That's from 4 to 6. If they want to sign up for that, they can either give yourself a call or me a call. My number is 240-646-4819. That number again, 240-646-4819. And yeah, if they want to sign up to be on the list, it would be nice to just give us a call and let us know so that we can also add you to the list and give you a slot for performance.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to have you on. It's been a pleasure getting to know you and be a part of your movement. I look forward to it even getting bigger and better. Next year, you'll be out on tour again, and I definitely support everything that you're doing. So I hope to maybe be in a couple of locations as well next year. This is just, so amazing. Some women, unfortunately, don't know how to care for their natural hair. They need, ideas for styles and things like that. So this is a really great platform, and I'm very excited for November 26th at the Brooklyn Sheraton. Everyone stay blessed, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you on November 26th.
Okay. And happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes, absolutely. Have a great one. See us next time, same place, same time on WHCR 90.3 FM. We're closing out with Make It Right by Brother Conscious from his album Medicine in the Music Volume 1. Peace.
Yeah. Welcome. Yeah, Dynamite. Table discussion, everybody here. Big love and respect everywhere. Love to my family, message to share. Receive with your heart and your ears. Ain't a secret, we got smoke in our community. Out here all these years till we're struggling with unity. Bullets tend to find their way to brothers. Emotional responses turn to pictures on the flyer. It's a common sound. Bodies fall on common ground. They're resting in the closer zone. That even in the flesh is in the soul. They gotta work it out. Betrayal's not option. We see not feel. May your legacy remain the real. True, your life's the seal. A love and skin and its inheritance. We share a common tone and though its relevance is second to integrity. I want you to win before thought of your soul could begin. Yo, it motto here, getting bottled here. Gunshot for cool phrase, getting saddled here. And I'm like, aight, OG, but we don't really understand. To face the pressures, to be a stronger man. For our children, you a brother to me. My daughter's gotta see it other than me. Masculine plus melanin is all that she see. No kick, soap hit, don't be cast or negative. Deal with that person as our ancestors' relative. Yeah, we gonna make it right. We gonna make it right. More love, don't fight. More love, don't fight. Yeah, we gonna make it right. We gonna make it right. More love, don't fight. More love, don't fight. I want to love you. You want to love me. Man plus woman, so beautiful and lovely. Chocolate goddess with a jiggle in the right place. Dance hall play, make it wiggle at the right pace. All them times made you giggle, baby, nightly. Me are the one come to take off your nighty. No things change, we don't speak as often. Shift change, no weekend options. You think it's personal, but it's really not. Really, I'm just out here working on a knot. The size of shot fist, I'm tired of cactus. Journey of 1,000 steps and all that spit. Like ghosts and memories don't hurt a bit, and it don't no more. Like I don't fear no broken heart no more. Just put the key in, it can start for sure. True, we all had pain. Had to learn how to dance in the rain. For in love, there's so much to gain, and we could do it. So what you want, cause I want it with you. So we gon' make it right, and I swear that that's true. Check my last text sent, has expression of proof. To be the change is our destiny, boo. Yeah, we gonna make it right. We gonna make it right. More love, don't fight. More love, don't fight. We gonna make it right. We gonna make it right. More love, don't fight. We've been together for so long.